Have you ever wondered about the vital role that small farms play in sub-Saharan Africa? These small-scale agricultural operations are not simply ways to produce food and other commodities, but are the backbone of the society and economy of the region. The importance of these tiny farms cannot be overstated. They contribute significantly to the sustenance of the rural population and are critical to the overall development of sub-Saharan Africa. At first glance, these farms may seem minute, but they are the bread and butter for many households. Apart from providing the primary means of income for the majority of rural population, they also ensure food security for millions of people. They contribute to the economy not just by generating income for the farmers, but also by creating job opportunities and thus reducing unemployment rates. Moreover, these small farms play a major role in preserving the biodiversity of the region. Through their traditional farming methods, they help maintain the rich array of flora and fauna that the sub-Saharan region is famous for. This biodiversity not only adds to the aesthetic beauty of the region, but also acts as a buffer against environmental changes, thereby contributing to climate change mitigation. The relevance of these small farms extends beyond the immediate benefits to the farmers. They are integral to the cultural identity of rural communities. The farming practices, local knowledge and traditions associated with these farms form an integral part of the cultural heritage of the region. Small farms are therefore vital nodes in the socio-economic web of sub-Saharan Africa. The socio-economic fabric of rural communities in this region is woven around these tiny farms. They form the tapestry of rural life, threading together the economy, environment, and culture of the region. Today, we are going to delve into the importance of these small agricultural operations and their significant impact on the socio-economic fabric of the region. Imagine a small farm in sub-Saharan Africa, a tranquil, serene, and vivacious land nestled amidst the diverse geography of the region. This farm, a beautiful fusion of green and brown hues, is a living painting. Picture the verdant crops standing tall and proud, reaching out for the warm embrace of the sun. These are not ordinary crops. These are symbols of resilience, standing tall amidst the trials and tribulations of nature. Look closer, and you will see the intricate latticework of this farm, the meticulous pattern of planting, watering, and harvesting that has been practiced for generations. The vibrant green is occasionally interrupted by tracts of brown, where the soil its turn to sprout life. The brown patches act as the canvas, a stark contrast that serves to highlight the vitality of the green crops. These farms, scattered across the vast African landscape, are microcosms of life in their own right. Each farm tells a unique story, a tale of grit, determination, and unyielding will. They are the lifeblood of the African people, the lifelines of survival in an otherwise harsh and unforgiving climate. They provide not just food, but also a means to earn a living, making them a cornerstone of the sub-Saharan economy. These farms often offer the only beacon of hope to the inhabitants, the one place where life can flourish despite the odds. They are more than just plots of land, they are the very embodiment of the connection between man and nature. Scattered across the continent, these farms are not just plots of land, but lifelines for millions of people, providing food, income, and sometimes the only viable option for survival. Take, for instance, the case of a small farm in rural Kenya. The farm, no larger than a few football fields, can be found nestled deep in the heart of the countryside. It may appear be an insignificant speck within the vast expanse of the African landscape, but it is a thriving epicenter of life, activity, and growth. This tiny patch of earth, tilled and tended by human hands, is a testament to the tenacity and resilience of its caretakers. It's a hub of life, both in the literal sense of the word, nurturing crops, and metaphorically, as the heart of a community. Every day, as the sun breaks over the horizon, casting golden hues across the land, the farmer and his family wake from their rest. Their days are long, starting from the early hours of dawn and stretching into, they work tirelessly, their hands caressing the soil, planting seeds, tending to the tender shoots, and harvesting the fruits of their labor. Their crops vary from maize to beans and an array of vegetables, each one a testament to their hard work and perseverance. Engaged in this way of life, they employ simple tools that have been passed down through generations. Their techniques are age-old, inherited from ancestors who too cultivated this land. They are imbued with a deep-rooted understanding of nature, relying on their knowledge of the seasons, the soil, and the rhythm of life that beneath their feet. This small farm in rural Kenya is representative of thousands of others scattered across the vast expanse of sub-Saharan Africa. Each farm is a beacon, shining brightly with resilience and adaptability. The farmers navigate numerous obstacles, unpredictable weather patterns that can shift from drought to deluge in a matter of days, lack of access to modern farming technology, and limited financial resources. Yet, against all odds, these farms not only survive, they flourish. These small holdings provide a critical lifeline, not just for the farming families, but for the local communities too. They grow an abundance of food, enough to feed their families and the surrounding populace. Often, there's a surplus of produce which is sold in local markets. This not only generates much-needed income for these farming families, but also strengthens the local economy and fosters community ties. They provide a critical source of food for local communities, and often, surplus produce is sold in local markets, generating a much-needed income for these farming families. But it's not just about survival. Small farms are more than just a means to make ends meet in the face of financial uncertainty. They are an integral part of rural development in sub-Saharan Africa and carry far-reaching implications for the region's socio-economic landscape. These farms, although small in size, play an incredibly pivotal role in preserving the rich of the region. They harbor numerous indigenous species of crops and livestock that not only contribute to the local ecosystem, but also ensure food security in a world faced with the challenge of a rapidly changing climate. Furthermore, these farms have shown remarkable resilience in maintaining soil health. They employ age-old, time-tested farming techniques that prioritize the preservation of the natural fertility of the soil. This not only ensures the sustainability of their farming practices, but also contributes to climate change mitigation efforts by reducing carbon emissions and increasing carbon sequestration. In addition, small farms are often the lifeblood of local economies in sub-Saharan Africa. They provide much-needed employment opportunities, often in regions where job prospects are limited. By creating jobs, these farms also help to alleviate poverty and foster social stability. They strengthen community ties and create a sense of togetherness by encouraging collaborative work and shared responsibility. Case in point, in Uganda, a cooperative of small farmers has demonstrated the potential of collective effort. By pooling their limited resources, sharing knowledge, and collectively marketing their produce, they have devised a strategic approach to overcome their challenges. Their cooperative model has not only led to an increase in productivity, but has also significantly improved their income. Consequently, they have uplifted their living standards, emphasizing the indispensable role of small farms in rural development. Take another example. In Uganda, a cooperative of small farmers has transformed their community. By pooling their resources, sharing knowledge, and collectively marketing their produce, they have managed to increase their productivity, improve their income, and uplift their living standards. Yet, for many, farming is not a choice, but a lack of better options. Amidst the vast expanse of the African continent, in regions ravaged by continuous conflict, crippling poverty, and an acute lack of viable infrastructure, small-scale farming emerges not merely as a means of sustenance, but also as the sole lifeline for survival. The farmers persist, with an unwavering commitment to their land and the communities they nurture, often the only thread holding together the fabric of their society. This unwavering commitment reflects an undying spirit of resilience and tenacity that is truly awe-inspiring and commendable. In a continent like sub-Saharan Africa, the term small farms signifies much more than just small parcels of land. They are indeed lifelines, primary providers of sustenance in the form of food, sources of income, and perhaps the only ray of hope for survival. These farms and the unyielding farmers who tend to them are not just working towards own survival, but are also inadvertently playing a pivotal role in the broader development of their regions. These small farms are the unsung heroes in the fight against climate change, actively contributing to preserving biodiversity, safeguarding the health of the soil, and mitigating the adverse impacts of climate change. They are the guardians of the land and the stewards of the earth, whose toil and perseverance have a profound impact on the ecological health of the planet. Moreover, they stand as undying symbols of human resilience and spirit. These farmers, against all odds, persistently strive to keep their farms thriving amidst numerous challenges. Each sunrise witnesses them sowing seeds of hope, nurturing their fields, and overcoming the hurdles that each day brings. These farms are the living testaments of their struggle and victory, symbolizing the extraordinary power of human endurance and resilience under the direst of circumstances. So when you think of small farms, visualize not just the piece of land, but the entire sub-Saharan landscape. Visualize the farmer in Kenya, tilling his land under the scorching sun, the cooperative in Uganda, working together to bring about a change, and the multitude of similar stories across the vast continent who are not just farming for food, for income or lack of better options, but are farming for a brighter, sustainable future for their communities and for the world. Remember the farmer in Kenya, the cooperative in Uganda, and the countless others across the continent who are not just farming for food, for income, or for lack of better options, but are farming for a brighter future for their communities and for the world.